Alright. Hello, and welcome back to the D&D Debacles. This is session number 7 now. Last time in D&D Debacles, all the players, our heroes of the story, had gotten into their caravan and set off for Brunhilden. After traversing for a while and talking with the strange dwarf, while Gerald and Luitsana got completely shit-faced off of Basilisk Tail, they ended up getting ambushed by orcs. But instead of a fight ensuing, they were all branded, and then Bonnabelle convinced the orcs to turn against their leader and join them in the caravan. Was it Bonnabelle? Either way, I don't know. It's all weird and staticky. Give me a sec.
Is it the void fish?
I don't know. I'm just hoping it
might
doesn't.
Be the void fish.
Is it okay now?
It's the void calling.
Guys, is it okay now?
It wasn't messed up for me.
Jess, is it okay now?
It was for me.
Is it okay now? Is what I'm asking though. Okay, good, thank you. Alright, so let's see. I made flavor text for this town. Oh.
Is it spicy?
Not that way. I don't know. I think it's pretty savory, actually.
Is it salty then?
Yeah. Darn, I was hoping the town was spicy.
Okay. So, as you approach the town in your little caravan with the extra orcs, Otis, and a unconscious Gerald bleeding from the face, you come across the town. This town looks rather small. Most of the buildings look ragged and worn under the snowfall, and there are a couple, not many, but a couple, that look as though they may have been abandoned. In large letters in the front of the town entrance, it says Ambrose. Off in the distance there are farm barns, and a large warehouse-like building is near the town's entrance, with the words out front reading Dragon's Breath Distillery and Lodging, with a picture of the dragon's head breathing fire. Out front of this is the caravan with the other crew sitting inside. As you go by, Heldesdorf notices you all. I'm trying to do the voice again. Ugh. God damn it, I forgot how to do the voice. Hey, how are you guys doing? You took a long while to get here. Are those orcs?
Yes, they are.
You're darn right they are.
I think so. I think so.
Roman, shut your mouth. They're orcs, but they're friendly.
Didn't know there were many places left on this continent where orcs were friendly.
I mean, they seem pretty amicable. Fucking Cinna has forgotten how to talk. Out of character, just doesn't know English anymore. Well, they seem amicable. I still can't say that.
Hungry.
Amiable.
Amiable. You try.
Amicable.
Well, if they're
I
if they're hangry like you say, then this place has some food in it that they can drop off here. What's going on inside the caravan there? Is that blood?
Papa's got hurt by something on the way in. He's in a pretty bad state right now, actually.
Oh, jeez. There's a clinic a little further down. Might want to take him there.
Yeah, that'll be our first stop after we drop these fellas off at the tavern to get food.
It looks pretty serious. We probably need to take him now.
I mean, it's on the way, so it's not like we can't just drop them off as we go. And we did promise them that we would drop them off, so...
You
We better
can
hurry.
also just walk. Since you're inside the town now, every place around you is like a walk away, so you can all get to the clinic pretty easily. It's just a matter of being able to transport Gerald.
Bonnabelle casts Tensor's floating disc. Puts him on it.
That works
I'm
too.
ruining a spell
I
slot.
like Mushu's idea.
What was Mushu's idea?
Look in chat.
Yeah, we can split up.
Oh. That works too.
Yeah. Split the crew up into 2 separate parts.
Yes, then we can
Why
get
don't we
moving
split
twice
up?
as easy.
So, are you doing the Tensor's floating disc, or are you splitting them apart? Are you like leaving a caravan with the
mean-
orcs in it there, and then taking the smaller one with Gerald?
Let's just... Because Bonnabelle's driving one of the ones that has the orcs in it. So she's gonna take that over to... And the other one has Gerald in it. So she looks over to the other caravan. Take that to the clinic, and I'll take this one to the, tavern if the one in yours wants to, join me over here.
You're right in front of the tavern.
Whatever, you don't have a map up, dude.
I said at the start, though.
I wasn't paying enough attention.
I said it from that, and I said it in Helderstorf's voice. That was what I just said was in Helderstorf's voice.
It's been a while.
Okay. Mushu wanna go to the tavern anyway.
Mm.
So
Alright, I'll take Gerald then. You take them into the tavern since we're here anyway, and I'll take him to the clinic. And she sets off with Gerald in the back as everyone sort of piles out.
what?
It's easier to transport him if he's laying down. She's not gonna like put him on her back to have him like bleed out.
Mushu, are you going with them to the clinic, or are you staying at the tavern?
No, she's going to the tavern.
Okay, so she stays at the tavern. So who's going to the clinic? Is it just you and Otis and Gerald, or
Yeah, me, Otis, and Gerald are going to the clinic.
Luitsana and Roman staying at the tavern as well?
Yeah, the thing is he's gonna be taken care of, I suppose.
Yep.
Okay.
So she heads off with Otis to the clinic with Gerald in the back. Is Otis conscious?
Otis is conscious, yes.
Okay. Bonnabelle looks worried.
Okay, since there's more people at the tavern, I'll do tavern interaction first then.
Okay.
Turn the music off. So, I did put the effort to make a cool tavern brewery place. This.
Hey, look, it's a cool tavern brewery place.
Like, what up? I got a big dragon cock.
Huh?
Wait, in chat, freaking Jess.
Walk into the tavern like, what have I got a big... Good job, Jess.
Okay.
Uh,
As you walk into the Dragon's Breath Distillery and Lodging, which is also a tavern. Probably should have thought better of the name, but inside, over at the bar, you see 2 Dragonborn fellows, one behind the counter and one sitting at a desk reading a book, as well as a noble-looking man sitting holding a fancy-looking glass, and a man over here lying on top of one of the tavern's tables.
I must ask, did you cut these out of the D&D handbook?
No, I didn't. Actually, I think these are in the D&D handbook, but I did not actually go and cut them out.
And there's some Randy laying on a table.
Okay. There she goes. Wee.
Wee.
Which
Wee.
which of the Dragonborns are you
Wait.
saying hi to?
Hold on. Roman's an elf?
Hello.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought
Get
he
in.
was a
Hello.
human.
Hold on. Which
No,
one?
I'm-
Do, do, do.
Oh, no, thanks.
Do, this one. Alright. So, amongst all of these people, you also notice that there is a towering giant standing next to large kegs. He is very large and quite menacing looking.
He's large. Very
He is a large man.
The silence is
Yeah.
deafening.
I don't know why I decided I'm gonna type since Mushu's typing. If I type that conversation, I
Especially because
can.
you're like streaming.
I guess.
Mm.
Yeah. I'll talk from now on.
Alright. I think I'm gonna head over here, like,
What dragon are you? That's not racist at all. Also, it's really obvious to other dragonborns what other dragons are because they know the scale color readings.
Maybe she doesn't get around much.
Wait, Mushu is rose gold? I thought she was fucking silver. Since
She
when?
was rose gold the entire time.
Gray.
That is the opposite of rose gold.
She is rose gold though. It was decided a while
But
ago.
she's gray.
Look, man, don't be questioning these things. She
I'm
does
just curious.
got them gold bits.
Would the dragon tail have worn off by now, or not quite?
The dragon tail would have worn off by now. I would
Or
say.
the leviathan tail? What?
The dragon tail.
But
is
it's not
worn
dragon
off,
tail.
I'm
It's
telling you.
basilisk tail. She has
Crap!
a
I
boonie.
did leviathan basket. Would it have worn off?
So
yet?
ha, Booney, your skin is just gray looking to me. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Looks purple to me.
Not every person is what they look like.
The dragonborn.
Also, I just
Would it-
want to say that I find like the dragonborn discrepancy between the two dragonborns on screen right now real funny.
Yeah. I couldn't like.
Close look.
It's surprisingly difficult to find a good amount of dragonborns that are the same color that aren't just holding giant fucking weapons all the time. I tried to make them look chill because they own a distillery and stuff. It's difficult, man. So the
Feels
dragonborns,
bad, man.
the dragonborn
joke.
people in front of you, Mushu, the one behind the bar is a red dragon, and the one sitting by next to him is a copper dragon.
And then there's like sleazy McCar salesman. At the
Sleazy
bar.
with crest salesman.
Sleazy with Carl salesman. Big dick McLarge bastard.
Goddamn.
And then what? I don't think that's an orc, but I don't know what that is. An orc with really high charisma.
Alright, so
Funny thing is, it's my dad. No,
this
I'm joking.
this guy here says spec to that.
Oh, I believe that Roman's an orc. Why am I in the tavern?
So he's I don't cuz I put your characters in here like way beforehand.
No,
Sorry.
no, she's not in the tavern.
Sorry.
Be gone. Be
Alright.
gone, thought.
Okay.
Beyond that, Bonnie.
Alright,
It is
So
okay.
the one here says to a degree that's the same for most of the dragonborns that come through. Most of them only ever have their family as close knit, and there's not many of us around the place.
No, excuse me. Those are right.
Bless you.
That was a sniff.
I sniffed.
Shoot. Correct. Pterodactyl mode activate.
Did someone say pterodactyl?
Alright, this one here says, yes, it is a very rare occasion for us to see people like you around here, like us, sorry. So, why did you come through? Bearing in mind, mentioned before, that you all have to pick up cargo from this distillery for the caravan.
As in just rations and stuff.
No, like alcohol. Copious amounts of alcohol.
Oh, I'll Luitsana will handle that.
Part of your caravan is to get alcohol from this distillery, one large keg of it, and to transport it to good work, me.
To the
I
place
don't know
that
who
we are
Junkie
going.
McTable Layer is, but I think he's very cute.
Oh,
Let's
is he
go.
now? I can't. Sudden interest. Hold on.
We need
Let's
it.
have a look at his face.
Alright, this one here says, yes, many people that come to a distillery and a bar are mostly seeking alcohol.
Your finest keg, sir. Oh.
Another one.
Okay.
A whole keg.
A mannequin.
What are you
We
looking
need whole keg.
What are you looking to do with a whole keg of our alcohol?
Give me the cake.
Get smashed.
Let me smash.
What are you gonna do with a whole keg of our alcohol? Get smashed.
Get smash. Let me smash. I would smash. Raises an eyebrow.
I mean, most people that get a whole keg of alcohol are planning on selling it. Although I have had one of the nobles coming through here who decided he wanted to get completely shit-faced up at the manor, the Ambrose Manor here. Yeah, friends of this guy here. He points in the direction of the noble here.
Oh, Sleazy McSleaze pants.
The guy raises
Let's
his,
ignore Sleazy McSleazy's dick.
the guy raises his glass here and says, "Friends, all from everywhere. Best liquor around. Good stuff, yes."
He's so drunk. He is
Oh
plastered.
my god.
He's clearly been drinking quite a lot here.
This is plastered.
Sana just walks over. Can I do a check to take his drink?
You can roll to take his drink, yes. Roll charisma.
That'd be like dexterity, wouldn't it?
Uh,
D20.
yeah, I guess, yeah.
What shall I roll?
Roll dexterity.
Roll a D20. Just type. Roll D20.
Oh.
Stop it. Stop it, Roman. That's
Wow.
that's a save. That's a save, not a roll.
That
Crap.
I mean, it does the same, so I'll be. Actually, no, it doesn't do
no,
this.
because you get bonuses to
No.
saves that you wouldn't get normally. So just
Yeah.
roll a D20.
She has a
Okay,
dexterity
just
bonus,
roll
though.
it.
Yeah, but you get
Ah.
different bonuses for
One
saves.
D20 plus.
No, I mean, like, she has to roll a 1d20 plus her dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
You said just roll a d20. She has to do the dexterity modifier.
Yeah, but
Just do it with the dex.
roll the
modifier.
D20.
Plus your dex modifier.
Plus dex.
What I'm saying is
Okay.
you need to roll.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Roll.
Alright,
I worry
Found the
about
right
you.
thing.
There it is.
I'm bit. What?
1 plus your dex.
Okay, so
Roll
She
dexterity.
just did
What
a
did you
dexterity.
play?
so
The
you
dexterity.
you deftly reach over and snatch the glass full of what seems to be very hard liquor out of his hands.
Does he notice?
He takes he has like a moment where he's just completely silent,
Realization.
He looks into his hands, and he's like, "Where'd it go?"
His son downs the drink and says,
"Oh, you downed the drink?
yeah, of course, man.
Do a Constitution save right now."
I have to do.
This is hard liquor, man.
That is Cooper family hard liquor. That's like some nasty stuff.
And I don't understand a thing you guys are saying.
Oh.
He fucking passes out.
I mean, if it's really that good, then let's have a taste test.
Alright, so
And then she passes the fuck out.
after downing the entire thing, you start to feel super woozy, and you can't quite stand up straight.
She hands the drink back to the guy.
It's an empty
suppose
cup
that's
now.
good
You
enough.
drank all of it.
It happens.
Getting high and drunk.
It happens pretty often, yeah.
She was high before, and now she's fucking drunk. And now you're gonna have to roll with disadvantage on all of your throws.
This guy here looks at Luitsana and says, "That's a really ballsy move, but you really shouldn't have done that. Nigel can really take his alcohol. I really don't think this lady can."
I was just
Okay,
seeing if it would hold up to the. And then she just ceases to be able to talk. Correctly.
She's so
She
plastic.
just she just collapses on the floor.
I know quite a
If
few
you just
noble
sit like that.
families. A lot of them buy our booze from here. We're quite well known. Alright, hold on. There's a lot of freaking nobles, man. I need the stuff on your story. Give me a sec. Context though, what? Loist? What? Only list the ones that are in this town. Oh, the only noble family in this town is the Ambrose family.
Ambrose.
Nigel, this person known as Nigel here, raises like a hand and like waves it with like a thumbs up. He's not doing very well.
See Ambrose.
He looks towards you and goes like, "Ambrose, buddy, great stuff. We're terrible people." And then he hits his head against the desk. Yeah, Nigel's been drinking here for quite a while now. He'll be fine. He bounces back pretty quickly from this kind of stuff. Though, it's not very often that you see a noble getting this drunk in this kind of place, all by himself. He normally has friends.
I think that's code for let's loot him.
Wow.
Luitsana's gonna bundle over and like, give me your wallet.
Like you walk up
He's
to
gonna
him,
take-
act like you're seducing him, and then just like Roman takes his wallet.
I'm gonna roll seduction.
Roll to seduce.
That's what
Roll a
I do.
d20. With
That's what I'm doing
disadvantage
next
because you're
turn. When
drunk.
you guys are done, I'm gonna just take care of that.
Roll a d. No, Roman, are you not gonna try
One
and
dick.
steal?
Bonnie and Clive.
Hmm?
Are you not gonna try and steal, Roman? I swear to fuck.
He changed his alignment.
Did he change his fucking class?
No, he's still rogue.
Then you're supposed to steal shit.
First.
Roman, I hope you know. You never got
I'd
your
like
wallet
it.
back from me. You retard. You retard, you never got your wallet back.
Are you gonna do anything
you did give it
remotely
back to me.
interesting, Roman? Anything.
I'm on the spotlight.
You need the keg. You're getting the keg for the caravan to bring to Brunhilden with you.
Deliver.
It's a delivery.
Look how small I am compared to him.
That's what I said to the. Compared to the giant guy, you're a freaking pea.
Can all you guys just quickly roll perception as well, because you're in conversation?
Oh, and Luitsana, you have to roll with disadvantage because you're still drunk.
Yes, you do.
Dang it.
That means you
How do
roll
I-
twice and take the lower roll.
Yeah, roll 2 perception rolls and the lower
Roman
one.
doesn't see anything.
You
He
get-
can barely see his own hand.
Mushu sees stuff. Luitsana.
You rolled a 10.
Yeah, that's enough. So, you all notice that this big guy here lets out a really, like, it's like a strange kind of
Does he
sigh.
bark?
No, he sighs.
Oh,
He looks decidedly displeased with something.
Whose side?
is it his lot in life? Is it because he was disappointed?
Can
that he
Louis-
wanted to
wait,
be a fair
how-
player?
Oh,
Mushu, you would know, when Heldersurf was talking about this family, he did mention the large Goliath that's with the family. Okay, good.
Oh, big friendly giant.
PFG.
The BFG.
WFT. I have never actually read that story. So.
The the Dragonborn here looks over towards the Goliath, and he has like a kind of somber expression, like he's kind of sad about it as well. And then he turns back towards you guys. So you needed the keg?
Huh?
Alright, the Goliath looks towards you with like a very slow movement. BFG?
Big freaking. No.
Big freaking.
Oh, that's very nice of him, I suppose.
I've taken a liking to him as boring.
That feels a bit more discriminatory.
Well, no, she.
Bonnabelle's gonna come back to all her friends being fucking racist.
No! Wait.
She just comes back to this guy wanting to beat all of them to shit, and she's just like, what did you fucking do?
I do more than lift kegs.
So you play the
You play the
fiddle?
fiddle.
Not
Oh my
the
God.
fiddle, I play drums.
He is a
Hey, that's
musician.
pretty
Is he a
cool.
bard? Please tell me he's a fucking bard.
He's not a bard.
I would die happy if he was a bard. There
Which
is no
drum
van!
instruments start with the letter F?
There is no van, Mushu.
The caravan.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate you for saying that.
The Cara White van.
Get in my van, kid.
Oh
Dev,
my
I
god.
hate you.
No!
I want you to know that.
Oh!
Do not the hate.
Well, guess I'll love him twice over. Works for me.
You already loved him twice over, you fucking gay.
4 times over.
That already happened, you fucking gay.
Sit.
Everything you're saying
8.
already happened. Stop.
Well, I assumed that maybe you had something to do with the caravan outside. They already paid in advance.
I was paid for the. I.
The Goliath like looks at all of you and said, "Can you help me if I help you?"
Oh my god, do not call him BFG, I swear to fuck.
That's why I'm asking what his name is.
My
Sure thing, BFG. It's like, what the fuck does that mean?
my birdie flew away. Can you find it for me, please?
I love him. I love him with all my heart.
I want to cry a lot.
No bird, but birdie's friend.
No bird.
No.
Yes.
Luitsana puts her hand on his knee because she can't reach anything else apparently because he's giant.
She is wiggling
It'll
all over
be
the
okay.
place because she's drunk. She might actually roll to see if she accidentally grabs his dick.
What is she? Wait. What is she doing?
I'm like trying to put my hand on his knee to like, you know, like pat on the shoulder, but she can't reach his shoulder, so she's putting her hand on his knee. She's
Dec-
just like, it'll be okay.
Roll
I'm now
dexterity with
saying roll to
disadvantage.
see if
I
you-
am not rolling dexterity to see if I
roll
touch his dick.
dexterity with
Dexterity with
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Dexterity. Stop.
Dexterity with
Jesus.
disadvantage.
You guys are terrible.
Yes, we are. Now do it.
I'm not touching
5.
5.
5.
Jesus.
The disadvantage. You try to rest your arm.
William, I swear.
You try to rest your arm on his knee, but you slip and pull his pants down instead.
Oh no.
It looks like an elephant's trunk.
Oh my god.
It's a good thing Bonnabelle's not here.
Okay, that's my ears and my eyes gone. What comes next?
Luitsana just falls with the pants. She's just kind of done. Not like she's drunk, but she's just like, ah.
You're drunk. Roman is like trying to get a better angle on it because he now feels self-conscious about his own wiener.
No, I'm like.
We
Wiener
call that
insecurity.
compensation.
I was walking around because I didn't want to be disrespectful.
Well, now you're just walking around. scoping out his
Freaking
junk.
Roman pulls.
Jess,
He's like,
could
it's
you
fine.
quickly give me another runaround of what the basic thing about that was? I know like no Mushu, Jess. I just want to make sure I've got all this stuff straight. Just do like the quick version.
The master what's this game? Like this D&D fan. Has he pulled up his pants by any chance?
He is
He's
not.
So
Tear it
slow,
out.
no.
He's letting it all.
Or is he
hang
just
loose.
like, or is he just like,
It
"Eh,
looks like
happens,
an
let's just let it.
elephant trunk. Thanks for that.
I've got no shame.
It's actually small for Goliaths.
Oh
That's
my god.
just rude.
She's not wrong though. It is small.
It,
Still rude.
I feel like it's rude that Luitsana pulled out his pants in the first place.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Oh crap, Luitsana did not do much. She got high and then she got drunk and then she pulled out somebody's pants. Oh lord.
Oh wait, where's... Ah, how can we be quick? It's there.
Yep.
Can I ask the waiter if he's got any hacky sacks or anything?
You're asking
Oh
for
my
hacky
God.
sacks?
You got the hacky sack back there?
You're asking for hacky sacks.
Yeah, or just something along those lines. Something, just...
Okay, how about you have to go find beans and some cloth, and you invent the hacky sack.
Okay, so
They don't exist.
We're already inventing
That's
the
like
shopping.
something along those lines.
he
It's like,
he doesn't know what you mean.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Gibbs.
it's fucking medieval. people.
He doesn't know what you mean when you say hacky sack.
You have to invent the
I was
hacky sack,
asking
Roman.
you.
What?
No.
I wasn't asking in game yet.
Well, I
Hacky
I said
sacks
something
don't
along those
I'm
lines.
not letting
said
you. I'm not
something
letting.
along those
I'm not
lines.
gonna let you decide on what you're going to do, without actually doing it to me on beforehand with this kind of stuff, man. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. That's how it is.
Yo, can I get a hacky
Oh, okay.
sack? What the fuck is a hacky sack?
That is the basic reaction, yeah.
Just a bit.
Good job.
Did I say hacky sack? I mean, could I use a
Did
few
I
of
hate
these
myself?
chairs, please?
Hmm.
Hold on, I didn't do that in accent. Did I say hacky sack? Yeah. That's so hard to say.
I liked how you said, oh, I haven't done my accent yet, and then you still don't do an accent.
I did an accent before.
What was the accent?
Spotlight.
Spotlight.
Oh my god.
So wait, what did you say? Sorry, I was settling with Justin about this as well. So what's up?
Who you are?
You, Ethan.
Me?
Yes.
Can I borrow a few chairs from this table, please? Are
He's
they
gonna-
fixed to the ground?
You're taking chairs? I mean, as long as you don't leave the establishment with them, I suppose it'd be fine.
So they're not fixed to the ground, yeah? I would assume so, because you said yes. Alright.
He tries to pick up a chair and he's screwed.
Is there a stage anywhere in this room?
There is no stage, but there is a large open area, right? Oh, quite visibly,
Large.
right here, like all down this area here.
Do you mind if I take a few over there? Let's just put that over this.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what are you planning to do with our chairs?
I love it.
Right. The Goliath pulls like his arms down and grips onto his pants and pulls them up.
Luitsana's just done. She's on the floor. She not only is she done because she's freaking drunk as crap, but she's just like, whatever. This day is over for me.
Seeing a giant elephant dick, you know what? This is fine. Oh, Jess, perplexed just kind of means confused.
Perplexion.
Yes. He ducks through the doors and goes into the back room.
Oh.
It seems that when he came out, he carried the shelving that also the barrel was on. It's very,
Oh my god.
it's very obviously ripped off of the wall.
And then
This-
he realized that he is the bard and not the keg carrier.
This is keg.
This is keg.
He drops it onto the floor. The wooden beams under it splinters.
Crushing
splinter a bit.
Luitsana's skull in the process.
The ground shakes when it lands.
Is this correct,
Luitsana
keg?
rolls over.
That is exemplary. He picks up the keg and he starts to walk outside with it.
Exemplary.
Zebra.
Oh, I didn't get to show the big guy my juggling. Oh well.
You hear like,
Walks back and puts the
all right, I can't put him completely outside because that's where kind of where the map ends. But like, outside, you hear some strange like baffled noises from the caravan outside, and then there's like a loud thunk noise, like a large hunk of wood being dropped on another large hunk of wood, and then you hear the horses start to neigh.
Like, oh, I have to carry this thing.
Then he walks back inside. Careful as can be. I do this sometimes.
Sometimes.
My favorite, he is the sweetest boy!
You are drunk. You are just completely shit-faced.
Bird is white and brown. Small bird. Smaller than me.
I would love it if it's a massive bird.
Flew away.
It's like this cat-sized bird.
No.
Sometimes. Sometimes it does. Other times I throw eggs, and it follows eggs. It likes
Full
eggs.
egg!
This is the bird.
Lost bird when looking through broken churches. Thank you. Okay,
I don't know
so
what to do.
this guy, these two here, seem like they're bickering a little bit over here as well. The older one is saying to the younger one, "Why can't you just work in the distillery like the rest here? The Goliath works here. He's not even actually our own blood. He does a better job than you, sitting here reading your books all day." This one seems to kind of be like trying to ignore him. Knowledge is power in the
Yeah,
cities.
pretty much.
Roll a diplomacy check with this.
Oh my god.
Please do.
Wait, what?
You trying
Oh
to?
my
Are you
word.
guys trying to convince him that books are good because he thinks books are not
Yes.
good in this place?
Roll a diplomacy check with disadvantage, so you gotta roll.
Where's
twice.
diplomacy?
There is not one. You just have to type /roll.
Slash
and then
roll.
Space and then D20.
I almost just did /roll.
Roll to make a follower.
Kill
A flower. Yeah, you can roll to make a flower. Nature with advantage since you don't have any time restraints.
Roll another 1D20.
Wait, you guys.
Oh my
wait.
god.
You rolled a 3.
So you try to
Well,
you
because I'm
Pulls his pants down again.
me being completely drunk and pulling down the other guy's pants, even though I'm an astute researcher, probably isn't doing
You
very
guys-
many points for knowledge.
So-
Are you guys
Louis-
trying to convince them that books are good?
So Luitsana, you
Can-
try to
can I also-
you try to convince him
Persuade him
that books are good, but instead of actually saying anything cohesive, you just drunkenly mumble, "Knowledge is power." Yeah, you need to roll again. You roll with advantage. So you take the higher roll.
Take your advantage when you can get it. I was retarded and I didn't think about the consequences before I drank.
Well,
Oh,
shit.
pretty good.
All right. What kind of flower are you making? Dragon snaps. So, with a waving of your hand, you suddenly create a bouquet of dragon snaps in your hand. This guy is looking in amazement. Holy fucking shit, that's awesome. Can you make our beats grow like that?
Oh my god. Knowledge is power.
So, like, what demonstration are you trying to do, Roman?
I want to do a stealth thing.
A stealth thing?
Yeah, because
Finally.
like I
Thank
learned
God.
everything through books.
Hmm. Is there anything in those books that can get beets to grow better? That's basically our entire source of income here. We make beet alcohol. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good, some darn good beet liquor.
How to grow beets better.
All I'm imagining right now is
Can you please roll a history check?
grow those beets.
I'm gonna say roll with advantage. Just because you lived in an area with lots of books. There is method to this. I'm not pulling that out of my ass. Okay. So, a particular book comes to mind that you had seen before. A great book for learning how to grow beets successfully. The book is called Growing Beets, written by Dr. R.E.
Dr. Reed.
It's called Beets
Beets.
by by Dr. R.E. I'm pleased with myself. I shouldn't be, but I am. Thank you very much. I'll try and get these from the nobles next time they come here looking to get our beet alcohol. He gives you... He goes behind one of the kegs and he pulls out a medium-sized bottle and he hands it to you in return for the dragon snaps. On the bottle it says, like, beat the cold with beet alcohol. Seeing this dragonborn do it, the Goliath, like, looks at it and then looks like he ponders to himself for a moment.
Mushu getting smashed in there.
Beat the cold class. Oh my god. Alright. Also mentioning that, like, it is quite late. It's a late-ish time at the night, so you probably end up having to stay in this town for the night. Technically, since there's no time limit, you can stay in this town for as much as you like, but, like, yeah. I feel like considering the amount that we've done, I should probably just switch over to Bonnabelle in the clinic for a bit.
Thank you.
Sorry,
I
Bonnie.
cry.
Sorry. Unless, like, someone wants to do something, like, right now. Right.
Okay, completely forgotten.
Luitsana is confirmed. I'm words.
Luitsana, confirmed nerd.
Confuse help. What?
You trying?
I am. Heck, help. No, concern for friends.
Beats drink,
But it's
not like
also
the
retarded.
headphones. Nice.
Oh my god. We need to, and then she pulls it down.
Okay.
Concern for friends in the ball.
Oh, I didn't get to do my stealth thing.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Clinic is.
Oh, let it be, let it be, let
Sorry,
it be.
sorry. Alright, so Bonnabelle, Otis is carrying Gerald into the clinic doors. Inside, there is an old woman sitting at the front desk here. And hold on, I made a flavor text because I wanted to do a flavor text for this place. The clinic is very serene and quiet. The walls all pitch white, but without the cold of the snow outside. There's a lone old woman sitting behind the desk. She looks very bored. Doesn't seem like there's much going on in this town in the clinic.
I do want to say that I'm very happy that Gerald's so much taller than Bonnabelle.
A
He's like red tall. Yeah, Bonnabelle's just gonna go with them because she knows that Otis probably knows more about this shit than she does.
Hello, ma'am. Could we see the doctor? As you can see, my friend here isn't in the best of sorts. Very still obviously bleeding from the face. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, yes, hold on.
So, Bonnabelle just sort of watches the woman leave and she's still holding this note that she got and she's like, Otis? Can I ask you about something? While we're waiting for this?
Yeah, sure. Also roll a perception check.
I'm rolling the perceptioniest perception check.
Thank God.
I rolled so hard that I couldn't find my character sheet for a second.
Fantastic. Good job.
I can't see shit. I can barely see.
No, with the 10 considering what's happening, that's actually pretty alright. You see what appears to be dust clouds slowly forming slightly around Gerald.
That's not good.
No.
That's real not good. She gives Otis the note to look over and is concerned. Can I roll like a history or what would I check? Just like Arcana, I guess?
Is that about the dust, or?
Yeah, about the dust.
That would be history.
Where is that?
Oh, damn. That's a pretty good history check.
Tell me everything!
So,
I must know!
You remember there being some kind of very old and folklore about some kind of demon that controlled the dust and brought everything that had once become life to nothing.
That's all I know with the 20.
I mean, there isn't a whole lot about it. It is a folktale story. It just seems that there's a lot of not great stories behind it. It's normally a folktale kind of thing that people would tell to children, but this is reminiscent of it. The idea that there was a man that walked through the streets with dust clouds surrounding him, and everyone that went within a certain radius of him would turn to dust in front of him.
Can I roll anything else?
You can roll Arcana. Fucking hell, jeez. Alright, so there is... You can very clearly see that there is a magical force that is holding the dust clouds and making them slowly solidify.
They're solidifying? Where are they solidifying?
I mean...
This is exceptionally strange.
Mm.
And this is in character voice.
Well, I mean... It's the first time he's had this bad of a reaction, but not the first time something like this has happened, I would say. Is there anything else you want to say to Otis at this point? Like, ask him?
Well, I'm curious as to what this note meant.
It's...
I mean, I've got the general...
Go ahead, you go ahead.
I don't remember how to pronounce the word gist. Gist.
Geist.
I got the general gist of it. But I don't know how to explain it. It's still rather confusing to me.
There's... Gerald's pursuit of knowledge has left him in a bit of a complicated situation at the moment.
I mean, yes, I've gathered that. It's stated pretty clearly in this note.
There really isn't a whole lot to it. He found something that he shouldn't have. He looked through things he really, really shouldn't have, and...
Can I make a, like, I don't know, can I pitch, like, an idea? Because it's not, like, an insight thing, because it's something that Bonnabelle came up with on her own.
Then just go ahead and,
But the description of what this is sounds almost like he became a lich or something.
Well, you're half right, I guess.
Huh. Interesting.
Look, I really just kind of want him to get some kind of medical help.
Oh, well, yes, that's why we are in the clinic. That is our pursuit at the moment, and I'm not sure where that woman went.
Right. So, I don't think you need a perception check. You can hear there's muffled in the things that the woman's going, like, absolutely berserk, thinking that something's, like, super fucked up and weird, because the guy's bleeding from all over his face.
Everything's real bonkers. I see, like, real bad medical stuff in that back room there.
Well, I mean, look, I looked for medical stuff as I could, but I couldn't find it. I'm sorry that I'm not an expert map maker, alright? Fine.
I know, it looks good. It just also looks like they murdered someone.
Heck. Alright. Alright, so this man comes out and looks over at Gerald. Jesus fucking Christ, what the hell happened to him?
Oh my gosh, it's fucking Jeff Kaplan, creator of Overwatch.
Oh my god.
This dude looks like the modern dude you'd see in your college talking about how much he doesn't, like, have religion. Okay, let's get back in focus. Oh, hello. Our friend is bleeding from the face. Can you please help us?
Our friend is kind of bleeding from the face.
I mean, I can help what I can. I'm not really sure I'm well versed on people bleeding from the face. What the hell happened to him? Quickly, this way,
a lot
please.
of stuff. A lot of stuff has happened to him. Otis, let's take him over there. Yeah.
Lay him down on the table, please. I need to look at him immediately.
That is a bed, sir, but okay.
Well, it's a bed, it's a table, it's a big metal table with a pillow and a blanket on it. It's whatever, man.
It's a medical examination table.
So, what the hell actually happened to him?
I tell him.
Oh.
At least to the extent of her knowledge, like, what just happened.
A bubble popped in front of him and he started bleeding from the face.
Magic bubble popped in front of him. Started bleeding from the face.
You have the basic knowledge of it, I guess. Okay, hold on. I need to get some books on this.
Alright, you do that.
Okay, this woman over here is like, how the fuck does this happen? How does a person just start bleeding from their goddamn face? That's disgusting.
I mean, if we knew, we would tell you, but we don't because we're not doctors, clerics.
Didn't come to the best place.
Why
This is
doesn't the person have a cleric?
alright. I had a damn question. I honestly just think that's freaking weird, and I don't know.
Bonnie's probably gonna end up multi-classing at some point in this campaign to become a cleric. Just because I've decided she's not quiet anymore, since the campaign will go nowhere if she is. She's just mom.
This guy comes out with like a vial full of like a strange multicolor liquid. He brings it over and tips Gerald's head up and then pours it down his throat. He then takes like a damp wet cloth and starts brushing away the blood from his eyes and nose.
See, that's what Bonnabelle was doing in the carriage while he was still actively bleeding.
He was still actively bleeding when you got into the clinic.
Well, yeah, obviously he's been actively bleeding. I'm not sure how he hasn't bled out yet.
The bleed, well, it's not a huge amount of blood. It's just like blood coming out of his face. So the bleeding starts to subside a bit. Yeah, well, yeah. The bleeding subsides a bit, and guy relaxes, opens up his book, and looks through the different types of ailments that people can have with this kind of particular symptom.
You started laughing because I set her right over your character, didn't you?
Maybe.
Wow.
So,
Jeff Kaplan, creator of Overwatch.
okay. So, what situation was it that you were in here? It's not very often that people with a strong geas like this get more implants on them.
Well, it wasn't exactly intentional. Why did I suddenly just adopt
You took
Luitsana?
my accent, thanks.
That was Luitsana's accent, you fucking fuck. She sort of looks over. It wasn't exactly intentional. Wait, a Gias? Like, on him?
You
A
already
Gias on him?
knew this. You knew that there was some kind of like ceiling type of geas, in a sense. That's what he's under the impression of. You actually know that it's a different kind, that it's a sigil.
Ah.
It's still in
Yes,
DMs.
He's got some stuff going on, but we're not exactly sure the parameters of it.
What's with the burns on his chest? That doesn't look natural.
It definitely does not look natural. No, it doesn't.
I
That's so weird, isn't it?
I suggest you look away from those stock.
Yeah, I have to agree with Otis here.
The dust clouds are... Oh, actually, roll perception, actually.
Rolling up perception, rolling perception.
Oof.
I can see exactly jack shit. Can I roll an insight?
You can do that, I guess.
Or actually, it'd be investigation, wouldn't it? Because
suppose so.
that's like, she already saw the dust clouds.
Hmm.
That's better.
So you're just investigating like what's happening right now?
Yeah.
It seems as if the dust clouds that are forming around him are in some kind of way coming out of the sigil on his chest. Not entirely noticeably, but it's like a point where if you put two and two together, you can see it where it's coming from.
Bonnabelle shoots a look at Otis.
Don't look at me. I'm innocent in this. I don't know anything.
Bonnabelle looks at Otis harder.
Why are you looking
Hold
at me
on.
like that?
Dev, check the chat.
I start. What do you want?
We will be having words later. And then she looks down at the fucking unconscious, bleeding Gerald.
Otis is breaking out into
Also,
a cold sweat.
I have great pleasure in thinking of the short Bonnabelle compared to Otis, looking up at him and him just becoming incredibly intimidated.
If any of,
yeah.
if any of you guys want to say that you moved from the tavern to come check here, then you can say that you did that and I'll put you in. If you don't have anything else you want to do at the distillery. Just mentioning.
Well, Luitsana's just bumbling around, otherwise I would do something, but considering
Luitsana is too drunk.
I'm just juggling some
stumbles
chairs.
through a door and immediately falls on her face in the waiting room. Pretty much.
Okay. The woman like taps you on the back of the leg.
Who, Bonnabelle?
Specifically.
Yeah, Bonnabelle.
She looks over at the woman.
Does this have something to do with those damn orcs that were outside of the town?
Something like that. Yes. Well, one of them specifically.
No, those bastards would cause trouble. They've been driving away all of our customers, and I suppose I shouldn't be too happy about having customers in either way, but they keep driving people away from our town.
I mean, they're not there anymore.
Really? Did you kill them?
No.
Pussy.
You want to say that again, you old motherfucker? Okay, no. She does not say that.
This old woman most definitely called you a pussy just now.
Bonnabelle pays it no mind. She's an old ass bitch who doesn't know shit.
Children these days don't know how to put up a good fight. Okay.
There's many cultists who don't even know a fucking bitch ass old lady.
Is there anything else in
Also,
particular you want to say or do in the clinic?
Well, no, she's already established she's going to be having words with Otis later about shit she doesn't know.
Are you leaving then, or are you staying here?
I mean, that depends. She can't talk to Otis afterwards if he's still in here. And is Gerald awake?
Gerald is not awake now.
Can I roll to see if there's any way I can help him?
I would say roll medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah. You know a possible way to help him up by getting a couple of herbs from outside, and particularly foul smelling, and then snapping them to get all of the smell out and try to use that to wake him up.
Oh, smelling salts.
Yeah.
I do that. I do that. She goes and gets the real gross smelling stuff, and then she comes back with it.
You have to go and find it.
Why? Why are you doing this? You don't even have a map.
No, because, I don't know, I want you to... doing stuff.
Yeah, no, I can't go and find things if there's no map. I can't go up and be like, okay, I find it, and then, like, come back in. Okay, like, she's in the darkness, pretend she's outside for, like, a good 20 minutes, and she comes back,
Okay.
and she has the fucking smelling salts, you fucking fuck.
Alright, jeez.
Hey! Hey!
You find plants in a garden outside the clinic, all different kinds. Some of them are the smelling salt.
She waves them in front of Gerald, trying to wake him up.
Roll a 1d20.
Roll.
You do not wake him up. He looks like perturbed and shuffles a bit, but he doesn't actually wake up.
Can I roll again to see if there's anything else I can do?
No.
Nothing? Nothing at all?
Well, I mean, like, you already rolled to check with medicine. The extent of your knowledge is kind of limited in this sense.
Can I roll persuasion to see if I can persuade him to wake up?
You're gonna persuade the unconscious guy to wake up. I mean, sure, go ahead.
Just whispering in his ear.
Fucking hell. Alright.
She persuades him to wake up because she whispers in his ear.
What are you saying in his ear?
Oh my god.
Otis. Fucking, not Otis. That's Gerald. Gerald's the blonde one. Fuck. Gerald, you have to wake up. There's books. People are burning books. They're gonna burn all the books in the town if you don't wake up, Gerald. You've got to wake up.
Knowledge is power! He just erects himself and he's like, knowledge is power!
Alright. Gerald slowly, like, opens his eyes and sits up. Roll perception.
Fucking, yeah, dope. Some dope shit.
Okay. You notice that the dust clouds are starting to actually to slowly, incessantly, like, start to fade a little bit, but not entirely. More like they just surround him instead of condensing. As well as this, you also notice that the mark is slightly glowing, only very slightly, in a dark reddish hue. As well as this, Otis's... Okay, hold on.
That doesn't seem very super happy fun time.
Super happy fun time. Give me a sec. So, when he sits up, he sits silent and a little bit eerily. There's a strange feeling that you get emanating from all around him while you're inside the dust cloud. There's roll a intelligence check. I'm a save. Intelligence save.
Oh, that's a
nat
critical
one.
fail.
All right, chills go up your spine. You start to shiver a little bit. There's something that makes you very afraid of Gerald at the moment. Looking at his eyes, his pupils have been overtaken by a deep pale blue, and his eyes are no longer white, but a deathly black.
Now that's what I call edgy.
Oh my god.
Bonnabelle clutches at her necklace and kind of staggers back.
What's going on?
Bonnabelle staggers back further and falls on her butt.
Ouch. Are you okay, Bonnabelle?
Has the fear dissipated yet?
The
No.
fear never dissipates.
I'll say you fell backwards outside of the dust cloud, so the fear like subsides slightly, but there's still like an eerie feeling that you get about him.
Bonnabelle's just sitting there, like, she's floundering for words at this point, just opening and closing her mouth and nothing's coming out.
Otis, is she alright? I mean, don't ask me, man, I don't know. People react weirdly to this every time.
That was a crit fail. Jesus. Bonnabelle's just scared of Gerald for the rest of the campaign.
I'm gonna say every time you look at him, I'm gonna make you do an intelligence save to see if you're still afraid of him.
Okay, so she's looked away and now she looks back, so I'm gonna roll another intelligence save.
And it's freaking inconsistent every time. Oh my god.
You're still afraid of him. He's looming. There's like a deathly presence over him.
Ooh.
Can I roll an Arcana
Gerald
check?
is the Reaper! Gerald is the Reaper!
Oh god, I can't detect shit.
You-
My magic
yeah.
can't even detect stone magic.
Bonnie, your rolls are all garbage.
You don't seem to understand or comprehend any idea of like magical presence. You just happen to think, wow, this guy's really fucking terrifying.
Hey Bonnie, I think that's magic.
I think that might be magic. But
I think that might be magic.
Alright, what are you doing a history check for?
I was gonna roll a history check to see if she remembered ever being this scared, and she doesn't, even though it's a 23.
This fear that's overtaken you is a fear unlike any that has ever been felt in your life before. That you remember.
Yes.
Otis
Bonnabelle looks at Otis. She does not look happy.
Otis tries to avert your gaze and tries to look away.
Roll
Gerald,
an intimidation again so he doesn't look away.
you can, yeah, go ahead. Oh my gosh. He tries to look away, but he keeps glancing back at your eyes and he's like got a cold sweat running down the side of his face.
She intimidates him so much, and that's so fucking funny.
Would you, could you stop looking at me like that? Freaking me out.
You know more about this than I do. It's really not helpful when you look away like you don't know anything, even though I know you're just an idiot.
Well, I'm like,
Seduction.
Intimidating stare.
look, there's just, it's a lot, you know?
I've got a long time to hear it out, and we're gonna be staying in this town for tonight, so I'm going to go to the tavern and get us a room. You stick here with Gerald, and yeah, she
Meet
looks at
me in my
Gerald and then
room.
Yes,
And
meet
we'll
me in
have a
my
nice
room.
talk.
Oh,
Meet me in my room. I need to have words with you.
you're going to a tavern?
Get that room.
Can I come too?
Yes,
I could use a glass of rum or something.
Bonnabelle is terrified. Yeah, sure. Of course you can. I'm going to get a room now. Okay, goodbye.
The doctor is just like
Meet
looking
me in
at
my
him
room.
with this awe at how he is not phased at all by bleeding from the face like he did. He starts writing like heavily in his notebook.
Bonnabelle is going
It's
to the
not
tavern
phased by
to
bleeding
get a
from the
room.
face. concern.
Because holy shit, Gerald is fucking terrifying. Like, she was so concerned for him, and then it's just like, hello, yes, I am spawn of Satan.
Hey.
Time for you, my friend, to do a little scaredy boo.
Back to the tavern so we can have all players interacting at once. Yay.
Yay, even more awkward
Except
people
for
in the
Jeff
same
Kaplan,
room.
creator of Overwatch.
Luitsana is on the floor.
Bonnabelle looks over
Good
at
stuff.
her on the floor, Luitsana, and is just like, what happened to her?
I am
Luitsana raises
invisible.
an arm
I
and
want
like
to
this
see if I'm
fistball.
invisible. Can I see if I'm invisible?
Yeah,
You're not
that's
invisible,
not
you
that's
retard.
that's not how stealth works, man. If you're
No, that's what I was meaning. Because before we changed, I was gonna do it.
You
thing where I was
whiny
just
baby!
like, I learned
You
how
are
to.
not invisible!
you're not magic.
No,
you're
I wanted
stealth.
to see if. I said I wanted to see if I was pretty much invisible. Just
Whiny
go
baby.
on, just go on.
No,
You whiny man
no, I mean
child.
like listen, man. When you're doing stealth, if you're within sight of them, like you're in their line of sight, they can see you.
He drops to the floor.
They can't see me if I can't see them.
I make
That's not how that works.
a little bit smaller.
Is this an inn as well as a tavern?
It is, yes.
Gotta ask.
I could have come up with a way to start the stuff.
Bonnabelle walks up to the counter. Can I get... How much is a room for a night?
Room for the night is... Well, I don't know. I haven't actually sold a room for a night in a really long time. I'll say, 5 gold per night? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Alright, that sounds good enough for me. And she gives the dude 15 gold. 3 rooms for me, Gerald, and Otis, and much of these folk are going to be getting rooms, but I'm with the caravan.
Yeah, Mushu, could you just go ahead and roll a intelligence save?
Does everybody need to roll an intelligence save?
Everyone that
Nope,
tries,
that's Mushu.
anyone that tries to interact with Gerald has to roll an intelligence save.
Okay.
Alright.
Mushu's real fucking smart.
Aside from the weird eyes and dust cloud, Gerald seems fine. Like, in the sense, like, he doesn't seem scary at all. He's just a guy. He's just the same weird Gerald guy with weird eyes now and dust
Bonnabelle
cloud.
is freaked the fuck out. Actually, I want to give Luitsana advantage on this if she walks up to him, because she's drunk. She's not going to be able to tell there's anything freaky.
Yeah. My
She bumbles over. What's up, buddy? Slaps him on the back.
Okay, so Bonnabelle's gotten rooms, and she goes to Otis and is like, I've gotten us rooms, including Gerald, if he decides to go up after drinking his way.
Come to my room, Otis.
Shut the fuck up, Luitsana.
No.
Okay.
Meet me in my room once you, are done down here, I guess.
Meet me in my room.
Oh, okay then.
She's just like, she's taking no shit. She's like taking business into her own goddamn hands. She orders a drink for herself to sit and kind of drink for a little bit before she goes to her room.
Okay. So, Gerald to Mushu. Is there something wrong with my eyes?
Yes.
And also, like, are you actually gonna go and try and take a wallet or something, Roman? Is that what you're going to do?
Is that a thing that you're okay.
He's doing it.
Whose wallet are you trying to take? Are you
It
trying
literally
to take
says,
Bonnabelle's?
I asked, is this guy awake?
Oh, yeah, no, he's not. He's sleeping.
Okay, I'm taking a wallet then. Or anything
You're
that looks
actually
important.
doing something within your class? My guy.
Yes, because
Good
everyone
God.
was complaining that I was whining before when I was trying to make amends.
I can feel the character development.
Jeez.
Yes, you're finally becoming an actual goddamn thief. Praise be. Praise be.
I still have your wallet.
You gave that back to me.
I did not.
She did
I
not.
still have
Takes
your
the wallet from Roman as soon as he takes it.
You 100% gave it back to me. It was in the hallway before.
Before
Oh, sure.
before anything, Mushu, is that cloak in any way important to you? To some extent.
Sentimental value.
Otis is going to judge you, yes, Roman?
He's gonna judge you real hard, buddy. You better prepare
He's gonna
yourself.
judge you on your handiwork, and if you do badly, he's taking the wallet.
If you grab somebody else's butt again, he'll be slightly
Roll, I think roll with advantage since this dude is fucking unconscious. Sleight of
Okay.
hand, I think this would be.
Oh
Damn,
boy.
you take that wallet. You just reach right in and grab it.
I want to see if I can get higher.
No,
No.
you can't. Actually, now that you've rolled again, that's your roll. You rolled a 13.
You said advantage.
Yes? And you fucked up by trying to get higher by being greedy, and
Hey.
now you have a 13.
Hey,
You
Bon-
accidentally
hey, Bonnie.
grabbed
Is that
the
how-
spirit
Hey,
on
Bonnie.
stick.
Hey, Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie, who's the DM
Bonnie
here?
is near the.
No, you're not. No, heck you. Advantage means he
Get
takes the
heck, Bonnie,
advantage. He's
no.
getting the 21. Heck you.
No, he got the 13. He
right.
accidentally grabs this dude's
No,
stick.
heck you. You reach in.
Well,
Trying
stop
to
get
find-
people to touch people's dicks,
You,
Bonnie.
you reach in trying to find a wallet. You do find one. There is no money inside of it. It is like just pebbles and like a single ID card kind of thing.
Take his ID.
He
No
has.
money.
It has a sigil from Londo on it.
Take it. Take it.
Ooh.
This dude's from Londo, and you're stealing from him. Good job.
Also, Mush,
I don't live in London.
Mushu, as you
I have no connection with it.
okay,
No emotion.
as you pass the cloak to him, there's like a strange kind of pull back from the cloak that pulls it more towards you than towards him. The edge that is closest to him looks like it's starting to flake a bit, as if it's kind of turning into rock, but then turning from rock and crumbling.
Shit, man, you're weird. You're not touching my cloak. Bye, bitch.
Paul's cloak away.
Wow.
Oh.
Puts the wallet
Never
back how I found it. What a lame-o.
Never mind, you will be fine.
Okay then. All right. Kind of rude, but I mean, whatever. It seems as if Gerald does not notice any of the things that are going on with him. Okay. So, Otis is like looking at you, Roman, and he's just like nodding as if he's kind of proud.
My son, good work stealing that wallet.
He's like whispering under his breath, "Nice handiwork."
Nice. That sleight of hand, I didn't even notice you touching the body, and now you have the wallet. Oh, wait, you're putting it back? What the hell, man?
He is so startled by Otis, he puts the wallet back. Wait, no. He's so startled by Otis, he takes the wallet and throws it at his face.
What I want to know is, did Mushu just yell, Bonnie, is he safe to be here? Because she is across the bar.
Hmm.
He just screeches from across the room. Is he okay to be here? He's just like, buddy.
Hey. So
The beginning.
Gerald turns towards the big guy as you're shouting. He's figured like he's just done with that kind of situation, and he's studying the Goliath here.
Bonnabelle finishes her very alcoholic drink and heads up to her room.
Do a Constitution save.
Where Otis will meet her shortly.
She's a half-elf, it doesn't affect her.
Eh.
Not only that, but she didn't get like the super duper high concentration of alcohol that Luitsana did.
Then I just Luitsana freaking down. She's like, whatever.
I mean, Yeah, you can touch my tail, I guess.
Let me just touch your tail.
He swings his tail
This
and
is the
rests.
equivalent of asking to touch someone's dick.
No, it is not.
It is.
No, it isn't.
It is not.
Feathers. Wow, fancy.
Mine has feathers.
Mine's
It's
just,
so cute.
mine's just, you know, average.
It's less spiky than yours. Wow. You are so racist, Mushu.
Waving it like a fan. Oh,
Oh, what if she did with her tail like
Nice.
the whole fan thing where it goes out? That'd
nice
be pretty cool.
breeze. So here Gerald is talking to the Goliath. Man, you are one big fella, huh? What are you?
Gerald, you're a retard.
Gerald, no.
I mean, to be fair, Goliaths are not exactly common.
Would
Just, wow, you're a big fella, aren't you? Is so.
you're a big fella, aren't you? It's like,
Wow,
buddy.
you're real fat, aren't you?
You're a tall one, ain't ya?
I am Dravroth.
I am Groot.
Is Drav, is that a race? Is that your race? I don't, what are you telling me? My name
Gerald, you're supposed to be smart.
is Dravroth. This is like, it's an interaction between them, man. He's
Gerald is retarded.
he's book smart, not street smart. We've brought this through already.
He's a social nerd. He's a social retard.
Well, he should know that Dreva isn't a fucking race.
He doesn't know what a race.
He doesn't know what race this thing is, man. He could say
He's not a
anything.
very good scholar of everything, is he?
He's not scholar of everything. He's a scholar of magic.
He's not a very good scholar, then, is he?
What the fuck,
He's a
buddy?
scholar of magic.
He studies exclusively in the sense of magic and dead language. He does not study these This guy is a remnant of giants. Giants were not super
And now
magic.
he's probably like a fucking lich, from what Bonnabelle can deduce.
Pet's tail. Oh my god, Mushu.
Mushu just gives
Oh.
all the dragons a boner. This is what you get,
She
Mushu.
takes her tail and just slides it under his chin. She's like, your tail's pretty big.
You can say the dead language is a waste of time, but I think different considering we have a book in ourselves that's filled with dead language. Oh my god.
I can turn this sexy if you want. Do it. Fucking do
What
it,
the
pussy.
Do
what
it.
the heck?
Do it. She doesn't know how to interact with other dragons, so she immediately turns it sexual. Nice.
I can turn this sexy if you want. Do it.
Do it. Give me some entertainment.
Oh my Jesus, guys.
I'm an asshole, man. What did you expect?
Well, hey, I'll talk to you later. About
I guess this is where
same
we are
kind of
going.
entertainment.
Yes! Roll to seduce the dragons!
Oh yes. Seduction.
Threesome!
Yeah, it would be performance
Oh
for
my
throwing
God.
chairs. Are you juggling them like you did before? Nice.
He rolls a crit 1 and you dropped all of them on his head.
On his head.
How many chairs do you have? I need to know this.
He drops one on his head and one on his dick.
3.
There, bitch.
Your tail is
Call a
kind of
bitch,
scaly.
bitch.
Is
Also, it's like, holds his tail to her chest. What chest?
Performance.
She got no titty. She got them thighs.
She's just like, eh.
so like
Performance.
there is a seduction roll, isn't there?
No. It's roll a d20.
Ah,
Dick.
plus charisma.
D20.
D20 plus charisma modifier.
D20 if you know what I mean.
My god. Rose, please.
D20.
Yes. Yes. Roll a charisma. Just
D20.
Roll the charisma.
Roll the charisma. Roll the charisma. Roll the charisma.
Roll for Chris.
Fucking
Oh
hell.
my god.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
Dude, I don't know how to.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
how to roleplay a sexy dragon.
She is going to sex up the dragon.
I think you do.
Heck,
Aw.
what the heck?
You drop all of the chairs.
All right,
One of
So-
them lands on your toe.
you catch one chair, the other two hit the ground next to you.
Okay, Mushu, since you're gonna sexy up the dragon, roll a performance roll.
Why
But
performance?
can you perform?
See how she performs in bed.
Oh, you know what? That makes sense.
No, you got an 18 charm, which means you successfully seduce him.
Okay,
You're
so
about to fuck, so roll performance, man.
holding the tail to your, holding his tail to your chest, he starts to blush a little bit. He can feel stuff between his tail, but like he can feel stuff around his tail.
He's got a boner now.
His tail gets like a bit stiff, and he tries to pull it back.
You just gave him like a tit job, Mushu.
Good job.
Are you gonna do a sex with him?
Oh my god.
Are you
That's
gonna
good
fuck
stuff.
the dragon man?
Are you gonna...
Commit!
Are you gonna do a sex on the dragon man? Are you going to do a...
Are you going to do a sex?
Oh, sorry man, I didn't mean to give you a boner, I just kinda want to touch your tail, you know?
That's
Sorry,
you're a
I didn't
dragonborn.
mean to give you a boner.
that's fine. There.
I mean, we would have to pass on our lineage since we're both dragonborn. It's something you could say if you wanted to do a sex. I mean, come on.
Also, I love how you're like, oh, accidentally. We know it wasn't an accident. Accidentally pulling a tail to your boobs.
Rub's tail. Oh man, I'm doing this on accident.
His
Man, I
tail.
just really want to stroke your tail.
His tail looks all a bit like jagged and rough and stiff, and he grabs a glass and starts polishing it.
He aggressively drinks water.
Thank you, grandmas.
I mean, you can try again, yeah? Just roll again.
I'm gonna flirt with the dragon. Fuck this. I love how we went from flirting to her literally just like giving him a boner. Like we're like, oh yeah, flirt with him, and then she just fucking like gives him a tit job. Roman, no.
Roman
So,
Jesus.
this time you drop all 3 chairs and all of them hit the floor. It's kind of loud. Everyone turns and looks at you. You are like... It's very embarrassing for you.
Luitsana starts laughing. At
Rude.
his face.
Rude.
She's drunk. She doesn't care.
You can stack them in acrobatics and up there. Roll acrobatics though, and if you fail, you're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, sure. Hold on a second. He grabs a glass and starts to open up the keg to pour it into the cup and then puts it in front of you. He's trying to avoid eye contact. Holy fucking shit.
Oh my god.
Why do you have a 7 to acrobatics? What the hell?
So, you toss the chairs over and it stacks perfectly. It not only just stacks, but you've stacked on one chair, it's on the corner of one leg. The next chair stacked on top is stacked in the same way, but on the very top point of that chair, and so on and so on. They are balanced perfectly.
And then you just do a super badass quad backflip up onto the top and land perfectly without it shaking.
Just like, ta-da! Good stuff.
Had to redeem myself from that epic fail.
That epic
From
fail.
the epic fail.
It's all part
Even
of the
Bonnabelle,
performance.
who's
all
still
part of the
standing
build-up.
on the stairs, is a little impressed, but only a little.
Only
Bonnabelle throws
a
a rock
tiny
at the
bit.
chairs.
So done with him being a failure.
He's full on
We'll
throwing
have
a
to
rock.
roll for Bonnabelle to throw a rock at these stairs to knock them down with him on them.
Dexterity.
Oh no.
Alright. Hey, which of the 3 chairs are you aiming for?
The middle one.
Alright, so you hit the middle one. When the rock hits, the rock seems to be stuck in midair as it hits, but the chair continues moving onwards and just launches off and falls flat on the ground. It's like a cartoony moment where, like, Roman is sitting on the top chair and he looks towards you for like a moment, and then the chair just with him on it falls to the ground and he hits the ground.
Oh, what? I wasn't allowed to do a save?
Alright,
You can do a save.
You can do it,
actually.
yeah,
See
you
if you can
do-
make it land perfectly.
do dex.
I think that would
save.
also be a deck save.
Yeah, do dex save. So,
Oh.
so okay.
Oh, you knocked
Not
yourself out.
only do you land flat on your goddamn head, and there is like a visible dent in the woodwork where your head hit the ground. Could you just go ahead and roll a 1d4?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a 1d4. Bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Okay. While I'm falling to the ground though, I want some thoughts to go through my head.
That's
Tell-
fine, but they're all gonna get knocked out when you hit the floor.
Tell us
You're
your
gonna get knocked the frick out of your head.
tell us your momentary
Ooh.
tell us your momentary
Okay,
thoughts as you
While
bash your
I'm
head against the
there,
floor.
I'm gonna be like... Hold on, I didn't think this through, but I know what to say in my head. Bonnabelle's the biggest trainer of all. Smack!
Oh no, you didn't see me because you're not facing me right now, my dude.
Okay, whoever threw that, I don't like them.
Whoever threw that sucks. And then Bonnabelle's just like cackling.
I don't deserve this. Poof.
And thus begins the long beginning of Bonnabelle being a dick to Roman.
So Gerald and Otis saw this and they're both laughing at it.
And Bonnabelle heads up the stairs.
Poor guy.
To be meted by Otis en route. For their little.
Oh, I'm knocked out.
Rendezvous.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
you are knocked the fuck out.
You
got
are-
like 4 damage.
You are on
Goodbye,
the
you're
floor.
unconscious.
You're on the floor now for the rest of the night.
I just wanted to chill out on some.
Wait, hold up.
Cheers.
I just noticed something. Guys, I
Yeah.
have an evil twin.
Oh my god.
A tiny, tiny evil twin.
Get that shit out of here.
Oh my god.
Oh god! I made one little tiny. I made you an ant. Oops.
You made her a pet that is herself just as an ant. Hey. Good job.
Good job.
Hey, I'm not chaotic evil, I'm chaotic good. And I thought it was a good move to knock him off his chairs because he grabs boobs and is weird.
Good call.
Damage.
That was 4 was for
Damage.
damage.
What? I'm sorry, it was for damage?
Oh. Bonnabelle is going up to her room, and Otis knows to meet her there when he wants to talk, and she's intimidated him twice
Yeah, he
into doing
does.
that, so he has to.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Knock
she
him
knocked
off
him
the
off his high horse. Because he's showboating all over the place, and she's just like, I'm gonna knock him down a peg.
Are you guys doing any? Are you gonna keep on trying to do the sex on the other dragonborn?
Yes.
Try and do a sex on the Dragonborn. Yes!
Still going for it.
In all caps!
Oh yes.
Excellent. Oh my god. Nice. Kick.
Fuck.
Love you
man.
too, Roman.
Dick move. I cry.
I cry every time.
Good for you. Sucks to suck.
Suck to suck dick.
Next time, don't showboat in the middle of a fucking cavern. You're not a bard.
You're not a bard. Oh, you don't know how to flirt, Jess?
That's a fucking lie.
Oh my my god, I was almost so gay. I was like, I can practice on you.
Oh my god.
You can practice on me any time. Oh god, I'm not gay.
You are so gay.
Just, good luck with that.
Alright. So what are you doing then?
Say things softly and slowly and make them about his dick.
Yeah, he poured a drink and gave it to you already.
She just pours it all over herself.
Oh my god.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's fine. Just, you know,
Sneaks glance at titties.
I mean, it's not really often that there are dragonborns around here, and especially not women dragonborns.
He wants to bone her.
To do a sex.
He wants to stick his dick in that dragon.
Mind if I stroke your tail back? Seeing as you got to play with mine.
So, are you doing anything later? Wink slowly.
Wink wonk. I'll probably need help checking out my room.
God.
Seeing
Will
if
you
it's
help me set up my bed? Wink.
What
Wink
is-
wonk. I think you'll be
What am I listening
absolutely necessary.
to? What the fuck
We're
is
trying
this?
to coach Mushu in fucking getting this dragon guy to fuck her.
Getting this dragon dick?
Getting the dragon dick.
This is exactly what I want from these
That's
sessions.
Yes, I know. Mwahaha.
Internet being shitty. Ah, okay.
Oh, I know what I wanted from these sessions.
Corey watches it and he's like, I can't believe you fucked a dragon.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done
He
this.
alright, so in response he was just saying, oh, it's not very often that you see dragonborns here, especially not women dragonborns.
Ask him to help you set up your room.
Specifically the bed.
Oh my god.
From IKEA.
Ask him if
From
he's doing
IKEA.
anything later.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. By the way, you're...
By the way, you're hot. Let's bone. Let's bone-a-roni.
If only that's how it works.
Does it not work that way?
I mean, it can.
I like how you said that in the suggestive tone that you did.
I mean, to a
Not
degree,
going as hard with the tone as they usually do, though.
to a degree, I'm kind of in the same boat, I suppose. The only ones I act around are the ones in my family.
That must get lonely.
the dragon-
Reach his hand over the counter.
Reach his hand over to Dick.
The dragonborn sitting next to him snickers a little bit at that comment. Lonely piece
That
of
must
shit.
be real lonely. Wow, I can't believe Mushu has a family she didn't tell anyone
I
about.
can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this. Oh man. He's girly.
A girly man dragonborn. No, I've never met a dragonborn that hasn't been in some way very masculine.
Well, let me help you out with that.
Maybe you could explore one more deeply. As in my vagina.
What the fuck?
That's great.
We're like saying all this stupid shit from Mushu. Like,
I mean, you would think so. But I don't know. My father is probably the most masculine dragonborn that I ever known, and he has a daughter. Right fucking bitch she is.
Chickles a bit. Chickles. What the fuck is a chickle?
Chickle, chickle.
Chickle.
Eh,
It's like a tickle.
in a sense, she's just not very respectful. The
Also,
only
she's mad gay. Damn,
Well-
smooth as hell.
well, you see, it's well, she kind of is in a sense of respect is something that the strong receive. The only one in our family she really respects is, to a degree, my father and, of course, Dravroth over there.
Dravroth, the fucking Goliath ass motherfucker.
Dravroth, the elephant.
Dravroth, the giant, handsome, elephant trunk dick man.
Well, I'm flattered that you think so, but I'm a brewer, not a fighter. I'm not really all that strong when it comes down to it. Most of the heavy lifting here is done by Dravroth.
Mushu, get him to bone you.
Get it?
Get the D. Place his arm on bar to arm wrestle. More like to fucking put his hand on your tit.
Alright, I'll take you up on that.
And then she beats him and emasculates him and he gets a fucking flaccid dick.
His hand slips.
His hand
During
slips
the
and
arm wrestle.
accidentally... How do you go from hand to tit?
She grabs
Carefully.
hand and it's like, we're not gonna just arm wrestle.
We're gonna tit wrestle, and then she pushes her tits onto his chest.
Oh my god. 3, 2, 1,
Alright,
yeah!
do a strength check.
She might just let him win. Because she wants to get him in bed.
Oh yeah, if you have an intention like that, please say so now, I think. It's save, not a check.
Just type the word strength on your sheet.
BB.
Don't. On the thing that tells you what your stats are and strength and everything, just click the word strength.
Yeah.
Bada bing, bada boom.
He slams her hand down on the table.
He rolled a 4.
Oh, he's not even that much stronger.
Okay, after an intense battle of arm wrestling to only you two and to no one else, he eventually slowly hits your hand against the table.
At least now he knows that you wasn't letting him win. See, I bet you're really big and strong. And then they like canoodle up the steps and Bonnabelle looks at them and disgust.
Just like,
their
you know what
path.
that strength could be good for? Is
My god.
Pounding me into oblivion!
oh my God.
I suppose so.
Fuck
But I
the
feel bad, but part of me is like,
dragon.
fuck the dragon. Good.
Fuck
job,
the dragon, make him feel better about himself.
That's
I mean, you do have to pass on the dragonborn
titty
lineage.
fuck. Oh my god.
Titty fuck, titty fuck, titty fuck, do it!
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Fuck the dragon. Fuck the dragon. Fuck the
Jesus.
dragon.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my word.
Take him to a room. Fuck the dragon.
I
That's
do.
a pretty cool toy you have there.
pretty cool loincloth you got there. It'd be a shame if someone were to rip it off with their teeth.
I suppose I do have pride in my brewery. Been working here for...
I'm proud of my dick.
Been working here as long as I remember, and it's the best ale in the whole continent.
Jokes. We are making dick jokes and screaming about them about to bone.
At least that's what the nobles say.
I'm going to draw Bonnabelle throwing that rock at the chairs.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
I wonder what would happen if she critically success. She hits the middle one and all of them topple over and kill him instantly.
Oh my god.
Poor people are watching us yell about having them fought.
They're all screeching too, they're like, Bo! They've got to!
He starts to blush a little bit and says, I'm sure there are other ways I can impress you.
With this? Oh, that was actually a pretty good flirt. That was really?
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check.
There are, yeah.
He's an awkward man, dude. He doesn't interact with the women. He doesn't act...
Why don't you show me? They're about to fucking bone.
A little tongue-tied there?
Magics to stimulate the
The
senses.
best way that I know how to come up with flirting is to just think of interactions between me and Rose.
That's gay.
Yeah.
No, you can't go to sleep spell. They're not gonna actually bone on screen.
Oh my god, Roman, really?
Okay, they go up to a bedroom. I'm calling this now. Like, no more flirting.
Yeah.
They just go up and do a fuck.
You can say that, like, after that exchange, he decides, yeah, you can
You
show me
can't
more.
say, wait, no, you've decided this. You said this is what you were doing. Now go do it.
You can show me more in the room. And then he hands you, like, the key to a room upstairs.
Nice. Free room.
Hey.
Yes. Mushu wants to ease into a little bit more, do a little more slowly before
We're not going into details of it. I just need, like, the yes or no. Are you gonna fuck him?
Are you going to fuck him, Mushu? Decide now. This is probably the first time this dude's gotten laid in, like, literally years.
Can confirm.
Oh my god.
You want to keep her innocent?
No.
Wants to keep
You
her
can't
innocent
just be
and
like,
they
I
do
want to
it.
keep her innocent
I don't
after
wanna-
she gave him a tit job on the
I
counter.
don't want to, like, go into detail, but I was just gonna say he just takes off his pants.
He takes off
I'm
his
gonna
pants
show
in
you
the
this
room.
dick.
And then they bone. They're boning. It's happening,
Like, I'm
and
gonna
it's
show you
done.
this dick.
I want to have her be around Hess. He's not gonna show up for the rest of the campaign until, like, the end. Literally, he didn't come with us.
You're getting a little red there.
Yes, yes I am.
Hmm.
Stop being gay, you guys. We're still screaming.
Rip my head.
I have no qualms with being. Oh.
Rach just joined.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Rich Rab. Hey Rachel.
I have no qualms with it.
It will. Like, it's a thing that happened, but, like, it's unlikely that we're gonna see him again.
Aww.
That I mean, yeah, you can
He was
take
pretty
you
cool.
can take that any way you like. If I add characters in later on, it's my own stuff.
They doing a fuck? What? No, you're welcome.
I have to do stuff if they're actually having a fuck, so I need to know if they're having a fuck.
Jess, there's gonna be like 500 characters that you're gonna like in the future.
Yeah. Legit on here, I was gonna make her roll a 1d2 to see if she got pregnant.
Oh my god. If she has this kid.
Hey. Dragons continue. Oh.
We can talk about Hess more after the session ends.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know this session's a bit slow. I'm not doing too great with this one, so sorry about that.
Bonnabelle's just up in her room waiting to like intimidate the shit out of Otis. Maybe give him a boner.
You like
We don't know.
You super blue balled him. He pulled
Wait,
out
by intimidating?
what? No, like
Oh no, you're talking to Mushu.
Yeah.
I was like,
he's like, here's something to impress. He pulls out his dick, and she's like, no, no, that's not. That's no.
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 I was like,
it's-
wait, did you just say that she blue balled him by intimidating him and then like leaving? Because that would have been fucking hilarious.
Two dicks in one day. What a way to go.
Hey. It sounds pretty good.
Hey.
Boner. Mushu gave a boner. No, Bonnabelle is a dick. I will accept that.
Hey.
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 Well, only to Roman. She likes everyone else. I mean, the only experience she had with Roman was her being kind of respectful towards him because he was going after the guy who took the kid, and then he's like, oh yeah, I brought you along because I didn't want to talk, and then she was like, never mind, I hate you. Yeah,
Oh,
when they were
like-
going to question the dude, he was like, oh yeah. No, when what he said to her was, oh yeah, I figured you'd do the talking anyway.
Oh my gosh. Nice. Nice, Jess.
And she was like, never mind, I hate you.
Fucking nice.
Who knows?
That
Dev might bring him along for the ride.
that was very possibly could have been a one night stand though.
I would
Just stays in this village forever. Goodbye. Raises a family
No
because she
one-night
got
stands.
pregnant.
Hey, Lamel. Alright, so is that the end? Does anyone want to do anything more at this night?
Just got titty pregnant.
Nice.
Oh my god.
The titty fucks. Oh no. Cry while knocked down. Cry while drunk.
I also feel awkward doing this and uncomfortable. Then why did you go along with it?
A wet face. Oh
Is that slang for like Nightwood?
no, he was just crying.
Oh, why were you crying?
Cause he's stupid.
Because he's stupid. That's
That's that on the floor.
Why is he crying? Cause he's stupid. I'll leave the practice flirting with Corey. Yeah, you will.
You're fucking gay. You can't even like keep it out of DnD.
So much gay stuff. Okay, so everyone's heading to sleep now at this point?
You could have loved the dude.
Like
Nah.
that it means Corey.
There are plenty
Oh.
of dudes that you will love in this D&D session, Mushu. Chill.
So yeah, you guys all doing the sleep?
Well, Bonnabelle
Yeah.
still needs to fucking talk to Otis.
Oh,
Yeah, she needs to.
That was totally a thing.
No, she's not fucking Otis. Luitsana fucking back the shit off. She's not fucking him. She's just going to intimidate him into explaining things.
She's just
Okay.
gonna intimidate him in the bedroom. That's all.
No, you're not leaving just to go be gay with your boyfriend during our D&D session, Mushu. But yeah, Bonnabelle's since I don't have like a room or anything, I just like left her up here, but she's in her room waiting to like talk to Otis.
Waiting for Otis's butt to show up.
Ooh, what's this?
This is the top
Ooh,
floor.
ooh, what's this? Oh no, not that. This, whatever the fuck this is. What is this?
Oh, why is that there? No,
What is it?
it's nothing.
It's a desk. What is it?
It was a bed that I had still shrunken down.
You silly bitch. Okay, where's the top floor?
This is what? Wait, what?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
This guy is sleeping in this room. This guy is sleeping in this room.
Bonnabelle is sleeping in the wall, I guess.
This guy is passed out on the floor. Why are you in the wall? Gerald is in this room with Roman yet again. Otis is in this room.
Luitsana passes out, and the guy who got.
Actually, no,
It's
Roman.
like-
Roman was actually like on the floor downstairs.
Okay,
Passed
so
out and shit.
Bonnabelle's waiting in this room since she got everyone their rooms.
Yeah. So you and
I
Otis
don't
are
know
in
who
that
the
room.
fuck she's rooming with.
You're rooming with Otis.
Oh, what? Shit, okay.
Since like it was first come into the room first choice. Since you were waiting for Otis in that room, and you both were in that room, you're lodging in that room together.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't laugh. They're not gonna do it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So,
I
what
didn't-
can you
I
tell
didn't
me
say anything.
about whatever's going on with Gerald?
Okay, hold on. I gotta get the full thing. Where is it written down? God damn it.
You could just type it out to me or copy and paste it to me so that it's like private
Ah.
still.
That's my stuff. Yeah.
Just since they're like in a room talking.
I
I'm
know.
assuming she like sits on her bed.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I wrote it up somewhere, so. No, I did not. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna have it as dialogue between Otis and you, though.
Okay.
So,
Are you gonna speak it or are you gonna just type it?
I'm gonna speak it.
Oh. Shit, okay, wait, hold on. If you're gonna speak it, give me like 2 seconds.
What you doing?
You'll see in like 2 seconds.
Nice.
Tell me.
What is it that you want to know?
Oh fuck, that's in character voice. I want to know what's going on with him. Well, it's rather important if I'm going to help defend him at all.
Well, when Gerald was trying to look for some kind of magic to repair the barrier in Sendo, he went to huge lengths, looking everywhere and anywhere he could for some kind of magic that was strong enough to repair it. I tried the best I could help him in more underground sense, and eventually I came across a strange man. He went by the name N. He told us that there was a book. It had all kinds of magic sealed within it, but the only time they ever used it was some kind of strange ritual. It seemed risky to me, but Gerald was planning on doing anything to try and get that kind of powered. He's very driven with this. We eventually were able to find it. We had to sneak through a lot of strange-looking guys. A bit like cultists, but not like the ones that were back in Londo. They were different. More seasoned, I guess. But anyway, it seemed like the book itself was a big part of the ritual. When...
Do you remember what the book looked like at all?
It was this big, really scary looking kind of thing. Looked like the outside was made of human flesh. Real disgusting.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah. I was thoroughly disgusted, but Gerald was adamant about reading it. It was...
Well, that's like rule number 1 in any sort of fiction ever. Don't read the human flesh book. That's like common sense. Oy,
As you can already see, Gerald is a bit lacking when it comes to common sense.
Yes, I've noticed.
Well, he read the book, and I have to say it was something to behold. A lot of flashy lights and really bright stuff. I couldn't really look directly at him when it was happening. Well,
Oh.
it alerted a lot of people. A fair amount of the cultists had all come around us. They had surrounded us. There was no real way out.
Were the cultists like the one we met? The ones with the robes?
Not quite. They were a little bit different. Although, I'm not exactly sure how to describe it. It was kind of how they presented themselves. Much more menacing in a sense.
Ah.
But
That's... Oof.
none of it really mattered. Because when I looked back at Gerald, these strange markings were all over his body. He wouldn't say a single word. Not one. It was, in a word, terrifying. When he stepped towards the people, they just turned to dust. Many of the cultists got terrified as well and ran away. Otis looked like Gerald looked like he was in a lot of pain, though. Ever
Can
since...
I roll a history or an arcana check?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana. Okay, so you know that the... Should I say it out loud? Yeah, you know that the ritual that happened there after his reading was a binding ritual that bound the book in itself, a grimoire, to Gerald.
Into him as like a person?
Yeah.
You mean like in that one anime, what's it called, Railgun, where like that girl's, like, literally her only ability is grimoire and she can store like a bunch of grimoires inside her?
Oh, that was just remembering the pages. This in itself, the magic that is born within the grimoire has become part of Gerald.
So it's sort of like a lich, except he hasn't banished his physical form to become a lich.
In a sense, but with itself, with that as well, you know that the seal on his chest was that of a demon.
That's not good. So that book was probably some sort of demonic thing.
Either
Back in
way,
character voice.
yeah. Either way,
Is it possible the book may have contained a demon?
I have no doubts about that. When Gerald turned back
That's what I was afraid of.
when Gerald turned back towards us, me and Nen, he wasn't Gerald. He spoke in words that I couldn't understand, and looked really, really terrified of everything he was saying. He told me not to let Gerald out of my sight. And after that, Gerald used some kind of spell on himself. I'm not really well versed in what it was, but he never spoke of the book or any of the sort again, and I was told by N to do the same. Not say a word to him.
N. You say this person N, he's the same person who wrote this note, yes?
Yes. I was instructed to give it to anyone else that was in the company of Gerald.
Alright. Do you remember anything about this person?
Hold on a sec. I do. He was a bit young, to be honest. A little bit older than Gerald, but a little bit younger than myself. He had this kind of suave posture and gesturing. Real charismatic type.
A charismatic type of person.
Hmm.
Do you remember anything about him other than that?
Was quite tall. Wore a kind of open jacket. Had this weird white streak across the top of his hair.
God damn it, Dev. Bonnabelle sort of, like, her face changes for just a moment, but, like, even she looks a little bit confused when it does. And she shakes her head a little bit. That sounds interesting, to say the least. Huh. Seems strange. He says he'd be back to guide him, which I find a little bit strange.
I hadn't seen him since he gave me that note. He said he was leaving Wando for a while. I don't know where he went.
Oh, that seems a bit odd.
It does, yeah. Not sure how he would know if
Maybe
Gerald
he was
left.
going to look for the source or something.
Maybe. He was pretty mysterious, even for the underground.
I guess that makes sense if he was dealing with something this powerful. Especially considering what it did to Gerald.
It worries me. He seems less like himself every time this kind of thing happens.
That's not good.
No.
If N is, if that's what you call him, if N's not going to come back and, you know, rectify this, then maybe we should start looking for answers ourselves on our travels.
You may be right. I've been pretty curious about this kind of stuff. It's frightening to think about. The idea
Speaking of which, she sort of pulls up, well, she pulls down the, like, sleeve that she has over her arm, and says, when that orc, when it cast whatever that bubble spell was, it created marks on me and, well, I only know of one other. Did anything happen to you?
I guess my head kinda hurt for a bit.
Your head? Where on your head?
Inside. It was like a really bad headache for a bit. And then it passed.
Anywhere else?
No, not that I can think of.
Can I roll a perception to see if he's lying?
You can, but there's no reason to suspect he's lying.
Well, everyone else had, like, physical pain on their body parts, so she is a little suspicious.
You know, just go ahead.
She detects jack shit!
You can't tell if he's lying or not. You assume that he's telling the truth.
Inside your head. She sort of crosses her legs on her bedroll, I guess is what it would be, and she holds out her hand. Does this symbol look familiar to you at all?
What is the symbol you're holding up?
The one that you got from the orc dude.
Oh, okay.
She's not aware of any of her other ones, really.
Not particularly. It looks a bit like Sigil of the Moon.
Huh. She sort of looks down at it and like turns her hand a little bit so it's facing her, and she kind of sees what he means.
Hmm.
That's odd.
Some have told me that there are orcs who still believe... Well, it's like the opposite of the sun cultists. They believe that the great god of this world at the moment is the moon.
And they cast this upon us, which caused Gerald and his geas to freak out.
I suppose. I didn't know that they branded people. That's new.
Neither did I. I wasn't aware that was a thing. I guess that just goes to show you must be prepared for anything on this sort of expedition.
I guess so.
Oh, and since we're done talking about, like, character private stuff, I can move us back and they can keep talking.
And in between, you know, people who... Oh.
That is sort of a good point.
You guys are back in the thing, by the way. You might wanna...
Yes, I know.
Back in the what?
Oh.
We finished talking about the stuff that nobody else would know.
Did you move us?
I did move us.
Bonnabelle, it's all on stream.
I
Well, yeah,
took control of
obviously.
the stream. I got you.
Thank you.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
it's on stream. It's
We
supposed
talked about
to
how
be.
to flirt for about...
It was
I don't know
supposed
how
to
it
be,
got to
Dad.
that.
It's just something the other
Bruce.
players aren't supposed to know, and I'm trusting them not to go and snoop.
Okay.
Wow, thanks.
I didn't
have to
actually...
go, I'm sorry. I have to go do a thing for like, 5 minutes? It'll take me no more than 5.
You're
I would
about to
say-
go listen to it, aren't you?
I can do it in what? Listen to what?
Nothing, never mind.
No, I have to help somebody bring in groceries to the house. Hold on. It will take me... I could probably try... Yeah, I could do it in 3. Alright.
You know,
Okay.
Jess, all of what you're saying is on stream. And Corey told me that he sometimes watches these streams. Oh boy. Yeah. Throughout all of that conversation, by the way, I realized I'm in a rabbit with Rose with like video call on, and she was
That's fine, I don't care.
no, I mean like she was just being really gay the whole time.
Yay!
Yeah, like super gay.
Okay, but yeah. Bonnabelle, after that conversation, like that real deep conversation with all that fucking information, she just sort of pats Otis on the shoulder and says, good talk. And then just sort of opens up her book and kind of like uncomfortably unsure of what to do next, just sort of starts reading.
Right. Otis starts fiddling with a weird contraption on his arm.
Bonnabelle looks over at the weird contraption because what the fuck is that?
They're actually gonna like...
She still has her book open in her lap, but she's just like staring like shamelessly at this contraption as she tries to figure out how it works.
You're looking at him, it looks like there's wires wrapped around a coil and he's turning a gear-like thing with like one of those keys that you have for like wind-up toys.
What's that?
One you get like clockwork?
Yeah, that. Just a tool I've been really fond of recently.
What's it used for?
Well, I mean, partially for stealing, I guess. Sorry to say.
She sort of chuckles a little bit at that.
Do you want to see how it works?
Yes, if that's alright. And she sort of turns and closes her book in her lap.
Okay, alright. So, he pulls out from, like, a part under his, like, clothed sleeve. There's a thin wire with this tiny little fishing hook-like thing at the end of it. Alright, so you see, what I do is, I have all of these, I have a ton of these little hook things here, tucked inside of my sleeve like this. They're all wired up to this contraption here, and I wind it up with this key, and then basically I just hold onto them in my hand. I reach over for when I'm trying to steal a wallet, and I just stab it with the hook, and the moment I stop holding onto the wire, it pulls back, and it pulls the wallet right into my sleeve.
That's incredible. Marley, I'm not sure how I feel about it. So far you've managed to impress me despite the fact that my moral alignment doesn't quite match up with that sort of thing, so point for you, I guess. And she sort of looks it over.
I mean, like, regardless of what I use it for, it's a pretty neat contraption. A dwarf made it for me when I was walking past Brunhilden once.
Oh. That's interesting. It's quite innovative, I must say. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of, well, I guess you could call them geniuses down in the underworld there. Dwarves that technology seems like just too much for the other people in the city. I guess that's the whole reason the Warforged aren't too happy about the situation.
The situation?
Roll history.
Okay. Fuck, she doesn't even remember what she had for breakfast.
Nope, she's got no idea. Living under a rock for a while. A bit on the edge point.
The situation, because she's gonna fucking ask.
You know, the whole thing between Warforged and dwarves down on the east
You're
side of
forgetting
the
I've told
island.
you I've never ever left Londo.
Good point. It's a nice rock to live under, I suppose.
It's one of the nicer ones you could live under, yes.
Well,
I'm still not sure what you mean.
Well, you see, well, it's kind of like a rebellion at the moment between the Warforged created by the dwarves there and the dwarves themselves. You see, the Warforged, yeah, they're constructs, normally they're supposed to be created for war against other countries, which I'm sure the dwarves were planning. They do that a lot, it seems. But basically, the Warforged are in a form sentient, and they weren't big fans of being slaves to the dwarves. And some of them formed factions. I know that one of them calls themselves the Peaceforged. They're basically just hippies, really.
Giant hippie robots. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
It's hippies, basically. They don't put flowers they don't put flowers around the place, though. That it's more gears.
Lots of gears, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then, on the other side, the more radical side, there's the Warforged Rebellion. They're a bit more violent about their approach. They're just trying to win their freedom through combat.
Oh.
Really, it's a bit strange. There are Warforged that still live happily with the dwarves, but the number gets smaller and smaller every time you go by there. Maybe an all-out war there at some point.
Sounds like an interesting predicament that they found themselves in.
Oh, when you give sentience to a rock.
I mean,
Rocks don't like
That's
being thrown
fair.
around, you know?
she thinks back down to the downstairs when she threw the rocket. Roman just sort of chuckles.
You get Dwayne Johnson.
You get Jane Johnson.
Nice.
Sentience to a rock, you get you're welcome.
Nice. Are there any other character interactions that want to happen right now?
I mean, I pick it with anyone interacting with anyone. I really liked this interaction with Otis because it was just like it basically just happened because he was so intimidated by the tiny magic elf lady.
Hey. Nobody else want to do any interaction?
Mushu, Luitsana, anyone here?
We're both like asleep, so.
And Roman's unconscious downstairs.
Yeah.
Hilariously. No, you were unconscious because I knocked you out with the chairs.
Yeah, I put like these three here are in this room, but in reality Gerald and the Goliath are both just kind of downstairs having a big old chat fest. One's talking super fast, one's talking super slow. Roman is unconscious like 5 to like 15 feet away from them. You are still on the floor.
You're gonna have wood imprints on your face when you wake up.
Puddle.
Permanently.
Big old puddle.
Big old buttle.
Mm.
Your buttle puddle.
Yeah.
This puddle of tears is your only buddy.
Oh my gosh.
You can't drown in that puddle of tears, you frickin' baby.
Oh my god. Damn. Damn, Ethan. Alright, so is that the end of character interaction between Bonnabelle and Otis as well?
I think Bonnabelle's still sort of interested in it, and she's still fiddling with her necklace, so if he wants to ask about the necklace, he can.
Okay. I showed you my contraption. What's that little thing on your neck?
Oh, this? I've had it ever since I can remember having anything, really. She sort of pulls it out of the little collar of her shirt. It's not much. It's nothing really it doesn't do much, actually. It's just, and she sort of pops it and like twists the side thing and it starts playing a song. It's nothing really too fancy. I'm actually not sure where I got it. I remember dancing, but that's all I really remember relating to this sort of thing.
It sounds kind of familiar.
Huh. Really? That's interesting.
Hmm.
Most people have never even heard of this song, so...
I wonder where I heard it. Seems... Well, it's familiar, but in a sense of... I've heard it once before, but not many times.
Hmm.
Can't
She
really...
sort of looks down at it, and then looks at Otis, and then looks back down at it.
Can't exactly put my finger on it.
That's strange. She sort of shows him the inner part of the like locket music box thing. And you know what it looks like with like the glowing bit that moves around in a circle that's shaped like a moon.
Yeah.
It doesn't play the Sailor Moon theme.
Dang it! Come on, man.
No.
Yes.
No Sailor Moon.
¿Por qué? Come on, man.
That's not what it is. But she's sort of just holding it, and she looks like she's almost like nostalgic for something that she can't quite remember. Like her eyes are a little glossed over, like she might cry, but she doesn't cry.
Seems like it means a lot to you.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Hmm.
She sort of like tinkers with it a little bit. I've always got it on me.
Well, I'm kind of tired. I think I'm gonna knock out for the night.
That's all right. I'm probably going to tap out for tonight too.
Get it, Roman?
It's been a long day.
Yeah. Hope Gerald's fine in the morning.
I do as well. And she sort of reaches up and like, kind of like, flicks her fingers at the candle that's near her side of the like bed area, because I don't think it's like one bed. I think it's like separate ones. That's what it looks like anyway. And she sort of like flicks it and it goes out. Good night.
Good night. Okay.
So they're both unconscious after having a bonding moment.
Nice.
Aw.
And I'm assuming everyone else is just on the point of being asleep and no character interaction during the night?
Well, when Luitsana is not the absolutely, completely garbage drunk, might get up in the middle of the night and go stargazing, all that. Because getting up at night to do science research is the thing. When your research takes place at night.
Luitsana, do a,
Not that it would have any really
Constitution save once more.
Constitution save?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do the right one.
Oh boy. Oh, that's not a save though.
Oh, well.
You gotta do a save. It's on your sheet. It's got like saves. And you should have Constitution.
Hecked myself.
Yeah,
Aha! I knew I was gonna do it wrong. I was like, I've done this wrong before, and so,
well, you've failed it regardless.
Nay. Sounds pretty good.
Nice. So, you've got a throbbing pain in your head. The next time that you wake up, you have a hangover.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. You have disadvantage on... I'm gonna say you have disadvantage on charisma because you're cranky.
More cranky and sassy than usual.
So, Roman, you want to see if you can wake up in the middle of the night to be super suspicious. Oh, okay, never mind then.
Oh, well.
Alright, so everyone's sleep time?
Yep.
Okay. So. Oh, typing. Oh.
Yes.
I mean, with all we've done, we can end session here, and you can get some sleep if you want. We have been streaming for 2.5 hours now.
Yeah.
You sure?
Sounds dope.
We could stop.
What do you guys want to do? You want to stop here or continue?
Same.
Is
Well,
that
Bonnabelle's fucking asleep.
alright? Is that like set end session here?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Okay.
Well,
So
pretty good.
I know this session wasn't the best one so far. It was kind of going a bit slow.
It was fun.
Okay.
It was good.
Alright.
It was just slow, less slower than me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Less.
Character development.
It was nice and casual.
I'm sorry, Roman.
Yes.
Casual.
Sorry about the dicking, man.
Dude, you could have done things.
I wanted to.
Whee! Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What I meant is
What?
like the character
What we gonna
interaction
do?
was a bit slow paced as well.
What's your idea, Jess? We have Mushu sleep in and help tend to the beats. You're doing no story. And you guys can keep going. No. I'm alright with ending here, so.
If we end here, then I can put a lot more stuff into what I had planned for what happens after
Next
all this.
session.
Yeah. I'm not sure what else what he was gonna do. You guys are not gonna be in the distillery for a huge amount longer. You're gonna be off doing other stuff, so.
Yeah.
What did you actually plan to do? Okay, then we'll end the session here.
Well, there you go. See?
So,
Dude, you could have taken the wallet.
just steal shit from everybody.
You should try to steal back your wallet eventually and
At some
not be a
point.
failure.
That might work, right? You weren't trying to steal from Bonnie because she tossed you off a chair.
Just steal from Bon. Never mind the person who
Yeah.
still has my wallet. I will steal from the person who knocked me out.
Yeah. Jess, before you actually leave, is there like any other like constructive feedback or anything that you want to be slightly different next time that you want to say?
Shouldn't we end the stream and talk about that?
Well, yeah, just like quick. Okay.
Well, Lee, sure.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, stream, for sticking with us. This has been like a bit shorter than our usual D&D streams, but like I kind of enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Otis gave. Well, he gave your wallet to Luitsana. No, did he give it to Bonnabelle?
What?
I am fairly
Otis-
certain I have his wallet.
Otis stole Roman's wallet and then gave it to someone else.
Oh
I am
yeah, he
fairly
never gave
certain
it
I have his
back.
wallet.
He still has his wallet.
No,
I still
Otis.
have his 34 gold wallet.
Otis gave it. Yeah, yeah.
No, Otis still has it.
No, I have it. It's literally an item in my inventory.
Oh.
Dang.
Oh.
I mean, I was gonna give it back, but he hasn't asked me for it, so it's like, yeah. And
I'm
in
just
the
gonna
meantime,
spend
I've
your
gotten high
money.
and drunk, so it's like it's not exactly on my list of things to do.
I still like the bonding moment Bonnabelle had
Alright.
after intimidating the shit out of Otis.
Night, Jess. Have a good sleep.
Good night, Jess. Have a good night.
Night, Jess.
Good night.
Alright. So,
There she goes.
thanks everyone that stuck with us the whole way. Thank you for that. I haven't got to look into the
Thank
chat very
you.
often. I know that Robert is saying stuff there. I can't read it though right now. I'll read it in a moment when I'm not streaming. So-
Robert
so
said I
close.
show up and you end it dislike unsubscribe,
Eh.
and then he
Yeah.
spelled unsubscribe wrong, so he
Yeah.
had to edit
Yeah.
it.
That is the best face in the world, by the way, Ethan. Like, I love that face. That is the greatest thing.
Then where did you get it, though?
It's just the text face. It's
Oh my
fucking,
God.
it's fucking great. I'm labeling that the face of Roman Miles.
Oh my god.
Sounds good. All good.
This is an excellent face. It's so cute. All right, hold on.
You can do it, man.
There we go.
I'll bring in characters that complement your character more. There was actually a plan for that to happen.
Don't worry about it, man. We
It-
still have time. It's not.
It's difficult because like of like me and you as people, but I'll get there. I'll do it. So, thanks everybody for watching. We'll be doing D&D again next week. Hopefully at a better time. I'll sort that out over the week and then I'll put something up about it, maybe on Twitter or something. But thank you all for watching. If you've watched this whole way, fucking good job. Super great. And I'll see you next time.
Good stuff.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Audio.